Miles west of downtown Dallas, one of the league's grand settings, AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Coming up, we've got a good one in store. It's the Baltimore Ravens and the Dallas Cowboys. Along with my partner Greg Olson, that's the kicker. Tyler Luke set to get this started. And off we go from Arlington. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Now the Ravens use their first timeout, and they'll get a chance to catch their breath over on the sideline. Right to the air is Prescott. He's going to test this secondary right away. That's going to be incomplete. Covered very stout there. That's going to bring up 2nd down.
And they got the look they were hoping for, one-on-one on the outside. He's just unable to hold on to it through contact, and I think that was a big opportunity missed.
On 2nd down, it's Dak. He'll find his tight end. That's Jake Ferguson. A 19-yard pickup there. 1st down. Cowboys.
That's good for a Cowboys 1st down.
And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a 1st down. A pickup of 36-yard line.
Mike, the old adage, you run to set up the pass. This modern offense nowadays, we're starting to see that flipped upside down on its head. Typically, the success of the passing game is what allows teams to have success like this in the run game.
And he'll take this one forward for about 3, and that's a 1st down.
It's possible they could have tried to be a little bit more aggressive on 2nd down, knowing they had 3rd and inches in their back pocket. But I don't think anyone's going to complain. Pick up the 1st down, extend the drive, see if you can go score.
Prescott on 1st down. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back.
Start you dream about as a kid, Mike. First NFL catch, and it goes for a touchdown. I mean, you can't make it up. You got to imagine he's got to be rolling right now, and I'd go right back to him.
Cowboys 7, Ravens nothing.
So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. This one taken at the 7. And he will only be able to muster the 20-yard line on that return.
At their own 20-yard line.
Slot man in motion right. Now the Georgia Bulldog. Here's Nick Chubb. He'll take this forward maybe 2-3 yards, but doesn't matter. We have a flag down, and they're already marching backward. On the ground, it's Chubb to start this drive. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. That is caught out wide on the RPO. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
So he makes his first catch of the day, and even though it doesn't look like much, Mike, sometimes those are the touches that you can build off of. You know, it's like in basketball, what they say, sometimes you just need to see the ball go through the hoop.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And that is incomplete. Contact occurred just as the ball was arriving. There are no flags. It's 4th down. Ravens bring their punt team out. Devontae Turpin to return for the Cowboys. That'll be returnable from the 35. And it'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there.
First and 10. At their own 43-yard line.
Dak going to throw it here on 1st down. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
He just stays on his primary read just a little bit too long. I think if he gets that ball to his check down a little bit quicker, not only is the ball completed, but I think there's some room to run. So, again, certain quarterbacks are better than others. The ability to process and eliminate targets quickly to move on to the next, that's a skill that really just comes from experience.
A huge play for Dallas. 32 yards.
At the 25-yard line.
First down, Prescott. That is caught at the 3.
So you look back a week ago, Mike, and that tough loss, and you can already see this is a much different group. There's a different focus, there's a different clarity, there's a different operation in and out of the huddle. They look sharp, motivated, and 2 drives later, they've got 2 touchdowns, and that's exactly how you draw it up.
Brendan Aubrey to kick off for the Cowboys.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Now return coming from the 7. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Will not get away. Terrific terrific open field tackle gets him down behind the line.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12. At the 24-yard
Last play
line.
went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. Here's Jackson. He'll get that into the hands of Nick Chubb. And he's out of bounds. Gain of about 10, so that'll help as they get set to face a 3rd down.
There's a lot of ways to get the ball in the hands of your running backs, and it's not always by just handing it to them. In this case, it's a simple check down, picks up a good gain, brings up 3rd down.
In motion comes Walker. We'll try and run it here, and it's Chubb. He's inside the 35. And he will score. Nick Chubb. Touchdown, Ravens. It's his 4th rushing touchdown of the year. Tyler Loop now for the extra point. His kick is good, and the Ravens are on the board. It's now 14-7.
Ravens 7. Tyler Loop to kick off for Baltimore.
Now, after the touchdown, Loop is back out to kick this one away. And that one is through the back of the end zone. It is a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
A 1st down throw for Prescott. That's complete. Left side to Pickens. And he's out of bounds inside the 45-yard line. Remember, he had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a 1st down. Now a give up the middle, and he finds some space tackled after a gain of 7 on 1st down.
The 36-yard line. A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd and 3. From the shotgun, it's Dak. This one read well and intercepted. Picked off by Nate Wiggins.
Intercepted by the Ravens. They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 13-yard line.
They'll send Flowers in motion. They'll start on the ground with Chubb. And a good push defensively. They're going to get him down back at the 10.
Tackle made back at the 10-yard line.
In motion comes Andrews. Now a timeout here by Baltimore. That's going to be their 2nd. And they'll get together prior to this 2nd down play. Throwing Jackson. The 2nd down throw is incomplete.
I like the idea of using the passing game to try to give your offense a little breathing room. You find yourself in the shadow of your own goalpost, Mike. Worst case scenario, you do not want to punt out of your own end zone. So I like the idea of trying to pick up some positive gains through the air They've got to come up with some completions and try to pick up at least one first down, or you're going to put your defense in a tough spot.
Third and long for Jackson. This is intercepted. Picked off by Teron Bland. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
The Cowboys take over.
So not a lot of yards on the return, Mike, but that's okay. The number one thing, end up with the ball in your hands. And in this case, mission accomplished, and his guys are headed off the field to celebrate.
To the goal line and in. C.D. Lamb. Touchdown, Cowboys. That is second TD catch of the season. Now Aubrey for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Cowboys will take a 21-7 lead.
21. Ravens 7.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This will be returned from the 6. He's across the 20 to the 21. That's where the drive will begin.
At their own 21-yard line.
He takes off, and he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter.
The 24-yard line.
One quarter in the books. It's the Cowboys with the early edge. We're back to Arlington in a moment. Raven football, quarter number 2 begins. They've got it second down and 7. And he'll be brought down past the 30. That is good enough to move the chains, first down.
It just seems like every time this guy touches the ball, he makes something happen. And not all of his runs are always going to be positive. He's kind of one of those guys that's going to get a 0, a 1, a 2. But it's the home run threat. It's the big plays that really tip the scales in your favor. And you can generate those big explosive plays on the ground. Man, it makes such a big difference for the offense. So this team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the second half. You become very one-dimensional. You become very pass-heavy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play.
On the ground, this is Justice Hill. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
You want to see linebackers play downhill, Mike, meaning there's not a lot of side-to-side pursuit. They're attacking the line of scrimmage, attacking the ball carrier. That's exactly what we saw out of this guy here. He's able to make the stop at the line of scrimmage and keep it to no gain.
Jackson from the gun on third down. That is caught. He finds Walker. First time these two have connected this afternoon, and it'll wind up being a first down.
These curl routes, he's been running these routes since he was a young kid in Pop Warner football, and I like to call it pulling the string. You've got the defender thinking you're going downfield, and you stick that foot in the ground, work back to the quarterback, friendly to the ball, and really nice job picking up the first down.
Room to run inside the 40. And he will go all the way. Nick Chubb. Touchdown, Baltimore. Second touchdown of the game. Season total now up to 5. No problem there on the extra point. And the Ravens draw closer here. It's 21-14. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. showing off the big leg. Didn't want to defend a return, so this ball going to be spotted at the 35-yard line. On 1st and 10, Prescott. This one caught by CeeDee Lamb. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield. Looks like he bounced up okay after that hit. He does deliver the first down. A handoff as they try to run it here. He's able to get away from one man, but the reinforcements were there fast. He's taken down for a loss on the play. So they come to the line, second down, they need 14 yards. Operating from the gun, here's Dak. And a battle for this one, it is caught by the receiver. And the move inside the 40-yard line. That's his third catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
36-yard line.
A shotgun snap for Prescott. He'll go right and find his running back. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 25-yard line. That's a gain of 11. And they'll move the chains with another first down. Prescott. And that ball incomplete over the middle. Jake Ferguson was the intended target. And it'll lead to a second down.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make third down manageable?
It hangs up a bit too much. It's intercepted. Picked off by Nate Wiggins.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 6-yard line.
They'll run it straight ahead with Chubb. And that one is snuffed out. Going to lose yardage. Back to the 3. After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. Once again, it's Chubb. Oh, that's not going to work out at all. That is a safety. You are hoping your running back can do something to give you space. And, Greg, they got the absolute opposite. Instead, it is a safety.
Yeah, exactly right, Mike. That's all they're trying to do is give themselves some breathing room and get their quarterback out of the end zone on this next snap. But instead, the defense is all over it. They get in the backfield for the tackle for loss, and it leads to the safety.
To throw is Dak. Open man down the field. It's Ferguson. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15.
That's good.
A big play to kick off this drive. And even 30 yards.
The 14-yard line.
Now a give on the ground. And he'll be met in the backfield and dropped behind the line of scrimmage.
Looks like that might have been an RPO, a run-pass option. The quarterback has the ability to put the ball in the belly of the running back or pull it on the pass. Looked like we might have been better off pulling that one because he handed it off and there was nowhere for that running back to go. So he gets on the board, first catch of his career. I can promise you he's going to hang on to that ball. Now, it wasn't the flashiest of plays, but just try to get him comfortable and try to settle him into this game.
Prescott on 3rd and 2. That is brought in the end zone. C.D. Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas. That's his 2nd touchdown so far here in the first half. On for the PAT is Aubrey. He's got it. Cowboys add on one more as they extend their 2nd quarter lead. Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Jackson now to throw on 1st down. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete.
You hear quarterback coaches say it all the time. Let's get our guy easy completions. Well, that falls certainly into that category, Mike, but when you fail to connect on those, it just ends up being a wasted down.
Second down, Jackson. And the ball out of the reach of the receiver. Ball's incomplete.
I'll tell you what, Mike, with this guy's speed, he's not an easy target to overthrow. So that's one of those where they're telling this quarterback, throw it with everything you got. Just lay it out there. And more times than not, he's going to run under it. But in this case, just a little bit too much on it. He winds up overshooting his man.
The shotgun, here's Jackson. And he's got it to Flowers for the connection.
To Zay Flowers.
It's a pickup of 13 yards. Good for a Raven first down. Again, it's Jackson. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
They'll send Flowers in motion. A run out of the gun. Here's Chubb. He'll get this ahead for about 3. Kobe Durant up to make the stop.
At the 39-yard line. A 3-yard gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
From the gun, Jackson. That's caught. Left side. It's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds just beyond midfield. That's a pair of hookups on this drive. This one goes for 14 yards and a first down. Now Jackson. That is intercepted. Picked off by Savon Revel. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play here in this first half. So, one half in the books. Second half coming up. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. On the handoff, this is Chubb. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe he gets a yard out of that one. It's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 24-yard line.
Here's a handoff to Chubb. Finding room at the 35. And he's going to be out of bounds just beyond midfield. Trying to claw their way back into this one, and that'll help. It's a 1st down.
Watch the running back's patience here, Mike. He's slow, and then he hits it. That's the key here. If he goes too fast, their linemen aren't ready yet. Really well executed. Great run.
A 1st down throw for Jackson. Toward the middle of the field that time, but incomplete. Searching for his Pro Bowl tight end Mark Andrews that time. And it'll bring up 2nd down. Jackson looking to throw. And for a 3rd time today, he's intercepted. And the Cowboys will have great field position right around midfield.
Jackson's pass intercepted. The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 49-yard line.
Prescott on 1st down. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, it just ends up being a wasted down.
On 2nd down, it's Dak. That's made by Pickens. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. Great run after the catch in the open field. A pickup of 24.
7-yard line.
New set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Prescott now. Throw left side, but that's going to be incomplete. He was looking for George Pickens there, and it'll bring up 2nd down. They'll throw again. Dak. A quick slant taken by Lamb. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down.
3rd and 3.
Prescott again. He'll get this complete. It's Lamb again. And he will not quite get to the marker. Good job there defensively. And now decision time. What are you going to do on 4th down? They'll try and run for it. And he's going to pick up the Cowboys' 1st down. No problem there. They get the first by plenty on that 4th and inches.
This play should always end up converting a 4th down, especially at this distance. But you can't tell me there weren't some nerves on that sideline as they sent that play in to snap it. But fortunately, nothing to worry about. The offense gets it done.
That's going to be intercepted. Picked by Malachi Starks. And the Ravens are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line. Running is Chubb. Not much there, maybe a yard.
Williams on the stop. A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at the 6-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9. They run out of the gun, and it's Chubb. He'll pop this ahead for about 4, but it will set up 3rd down.
Watching him throughout this game has been incredible, Mike. I mean, I've loved watching him perform. The reality is it just hasn't impacted the outcome of the game. It's really been a wasted individual effort unless they can somehow find a way to flip this thing around.
On 3rd down, Jackson. That is incomplete. Great work to get in there, make things difficult defensively. It sets up 4th down.
The offense just couldn't seem to get anything going that drive. They knew they had a long way to go, taking over possession that deep in their own territory. You want to pick up that 1st down and see if you can capitalize some momentum. Instead, the errant throw brings up 4th down, and they're going to have to punt it away.
And no chance to turn upfield. He's forced out of bounds after a very short return. Dak going to throw it here on 1st down. He's going to take a shot downfield. That is brought in. Well, that is a quick drive and the best way to finish it. The touchdown pass downfield. Greg, you rarely see a deep shot like that to start a drive.
You're right, Mike. We don't see it a lot, but I wish we did. It's actually the most efficient and safest down to pass the ball. And in this case, the defense is thinking run. Got a lot of defenders up in the box, and they're able to strike deep with a pass play for 6.
Brandon Aubrey to kick off for the Cowboys.
From the 6, here comes a return. He'll come across the 20 and taken down at the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Chubb. He'll take this forward for about a yard at best. It was the rookie out of Ohio State in on the stop.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 22-yard line.
Jackson now on 2nd down. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. They might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down. Jackson now. Contact as he delivered it there, and the pass is incomplete. Good job defensively to make sure he could not find the throwing lane, and it sets up 4th down.
I just don't like the look of this passing game, Mike. It just seems a bit erratic. On top of the 2 straight incompletions, they've already turned the ball over through the air. And truthfully, with how dangerous some of these throws have been, they're lucky it hasn't been even more.
That is incomplete. They couldn't get the connection on 4th. Going to give the ball over on down.
Yeah, when you find yourself down big here in the 2nd half, you have to maximize every possession. And that's exactly what the coach tried to do, going for it on 4th down. Give yourselves a chance to cut into this big lead. But it's the defense that came through again with a huge stop. And that's going to make their chances of coming back that much more difficult.
A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down. From the shotgun, it's Dak. There's a short one that's caught by Ferguson. And he'll be very close to a first down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
And he will have a Cowboys first down. Able to get about 3 that time on 3rd and inches.
First down and goal to go.
Operating from the gun. Here's Dak. And he will score! Dak Prescott. Touchdown, Cowboys. Aubrey now for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Cowboys add on to their already sizable lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This will be returned from the 6. And he's going to be out of bounds here, and his guys will have it to start the 4th. Time has run out here in the 3rd quarter. This drive starts at the 21. It's 1st and 10. Now, Jackson. He'll take a shot down the middle of the field. That's caught. And he will take this one in. 79 yards. Touchdown, Baltimore. On is Luke to add the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Ravens are able to edge a bit closer.
44, Ravens 21. Tyler Luke to kick off for Baltimore.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. And he's going to bring it out from the middle of the end zone. Good job in coverage. They're going to get him down short of the 20-yard line.
Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
This drive will start on the ground. A gain of 4 as he's taken down.
Brought down at the 23-yard line. 4 yards
From the 23, here's 2nd down and 6. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. He'll get about 3, and that's going to lead to 3rd down.
He was brought down.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
Hit as he throws. That one will fall to the turf, and it's incomplete. The pressure too much to get away from that time. Good 3rd down stop, and it sets up 4th down. Anger now on to punt. That kick is away. And it'll be a good return. He's able to get it up past the 40-yard line.
At their own 42-yard line.
On 1st and 10, Jackson. He'll look underneath here for Chubb. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 45-yard line.
To throw is Jackson. A throw there on 2nd down, going to be incomplete.
My Mike, when you're completing less than 35% of your passes, you're just not going to win a lot of games in the NFL. He's just too erratic throughout the course of the game. Sometimes it's exactly how they practiced, and at other times it looks like they've never practiced at all.
This will not do the trick. They've stopped it behind the line. Fourth down coming up.
It's a loss of 4 yards. Brings up fourth down.
Now or never, they'll throw on fourth down. And for the fourth time today, he has been intercepted. Picked off by P.J. Locke.
There's not a position on the field, Mike, let alone any sport, where the mental side doesn't come in and impact how well you perform. And in this case, when you've thrown 4 interceptions in one game, I think we can all safely assume some of those mental issues have seeped into his game. And if he can't get settled down, he's playing right into the hands of his defense.
Kyle Hamilton, the personal defender, with the good coverage there.
If you want to be a top-notch NFL DB, of course, yes, the athleticism is a given. But it's really, you have to be instinctive. The instincts are what allow you to maximize those physical skills. And you saw him on full display right here, leading in the big-time breakup.
Strong running there. He brings this down inside the 25. Drive rolls on here with first down and 10.
At the 24-yard line.
Handoff here, up the middle. This time they're ready for it. Room to run the last snap, not this one. They stop him for no gain.
No gain on the play.
So there's multiple factors, Mike, that make blitzes successful. So, of course, there's the initial design. Can you attack the vulnerabilities of the offense's blocking scheme? And then in this case, the next phase is the timing. You can see this linebacker knew exactly when that ball was going to be snapped. The offensive line had no chance to identify and pick him up, and he's able to bring him down for a loss.
It is 3rd and long. Pistol now for Prescott. Now a screen set up for Blue. These scores have to be a relief to this team, Greg. Looking at going 0-3 instead, a fourth-quarter lead, and it looks like win number 1 is on the way.
Absolutely, and at this stage of the season, still being early, this is about as close to a must-win as it gets. Historically, teams that avoid 0-3 starts by getting back to 1-2, the likelihood of them being in that playoff picture is drastically different. So, big win today when they needed it the most.
Their own 24-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. From the shotgun, here's Jackson. Nowhere to go. He is taken down. So just under 2 minutes here in this one. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. Second down, Jackson.
So often the best pass defense is a good pass rush, and that's exactly what we saw here. The pass rush disrupted this play from the very start. The quarterback has all of his attention on the rushers rather than his receivers downfield. All he can manage to do is get back to the original line of scrimmage.
That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down. Ravens sending the punt team out there, as he'll take this a yard or 2 into his own end zone. To return, it is Turpin. And it's a good return here, able to take it across the 50, set up the offense with a short field.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Up the middle they go. Has some room inside the 30. And he's in! touchdown, Dallas. That is second touchdown of the afternoon. Auburn, good with the extra point. The Cowboys will add one more onto their big lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. From the 6, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
They'll go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Chubb to start this drive. And he'll pick up 2 out to the 27.
He was tackled at the 27-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.